Okay, Monday Night Raw. Let's do this thing. Wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. So, it's the first of the month. Bone thug looking boy. And hopefully, everybody out there had a very fun and safe Halloween weekend and whatnot. If you gave out candy or party or whatever you did, hope you had a safe time doing it on the Hallows Eve or the Halloween of yesterday and whatnot. But like I said, it's the first of the month. So, what do we got going on Monday Night Raw tonight? Providence, Rhode Island. We actually kick it off with a title match after a video package of both Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch from last week. One-on-one, Raw Women's title on the line, kicking off the show, Becky and Bianca. And a very good way to kick off the show, too, with both of them. Very good match. I did enjoy this match. It really did eat up a lot of time, especially to kick off the entire show. Good match with, I guess I should say, a fuck finish, which gives Bianca Belair an out because Bianca ended up pulling up. Now, Bianca went for the KOD. Becky pulled off the turnbuckle pad, which Becky ended up breaking out of KOD and pushing Bianca into the exposed turnbuckle and then rolling her up. The most deadliest move in all professional wrestling, the roll-up, folks. It's always the roll-up. She ended up pinning Bianca for the win. So, obviously, I don't think this is over yet. I feel like this will continue one way or another. It's not like Becky didn't win clean. Becky is a heel and whatnot. So, a very good finish, though. Like I said, the fuck finish and whatnot. So, I do not be surprised if we do see another match from both Bianca and Becky. So, Becky did retain her title as Bianca looked shocked. But, like I said, she does have an out due to the exposed turnbuckle at the last second right there. So, I think this feud will continue in some sort of way. But a very good way to kick off the entire show. We then went to Rey and Dominic Mysterio, who were standing there as Rey was going to go one-on-one with Austin Theory tonight. Austin Theory basically said, like, I looked up to you as a kid and whatnot, but I'm going to get that selfie once I beat you tonight. So he did give Rey versus Austin Theory, and once again, another really good match also. I did enjoy this, especially that DDT to the floor looked insane. But Rey, going for the 619 and whatnot. After Austin Theory, though, he ended up kicking Dominic to the ground. And as he was on the ropes, basically, Dominic went up and slapped Austin Theory. Rey still did the 619 and went for the pin. But since he did it right in front of the referee, disqualification then. And basically, Austin Theory won the match. He walked away and did his whole selfie thing as Rey and Dominic argued with each other. So Rey didn't really take it. He did take an L, but he didn't take an L by pinfall. So at least he had an out right here, mostly due to the whole Dominic getting involved and causing a disqualification and whatnot. So we'll probably see another match again next week with those guys. Seth Rollins came out. As you know, I guess he's next in line for the WWE title after winning the Fatal 4-Way Ladder match last week. He says he's on top of the world again and whatnot. And, he's been drafted to Raw. And the only thing that's missing is the WWE title. The Drip Cod himself basically said he will get the belt back. But not Bianca. Wow, I'm getting these B's messed up tonight. Man, my words all over the place. But Big E came out then. Basically, good job on last week, all right? And Biggie basically says, Aunt told me that, something is very, very deeply wrong with that child. I tell you what, he's messed up in the head. I don't know what's going on with that. Rollins basically said, yeah, nice try and whatnot, but I will get my title shot. Rollins going to shake his hand, but Biggie didn't want to shake his hand. Rollins basically said, listen, man, I know what you've done around here. You've beaten Drew McIntyre. You've beaten Bobby Lashley. You cashed your money in the bank, but you're not on my level, all right? And Rollins basically said, you don't know the responsibility of being a champion and everything. And why don't you just go back to your little joke, friends? King Woods is a joke, and Kofi Mania is a joke. Big E said, respect the king, and he didn't like about what he said about Kofi Mania and whatnot. So I'm going to give you what you want. I'm going to give you your WWE title match tonight. All right, tonight. But Rollins, he didn't really want to do it. I'm 9%. Unless I was in a ladder match last week. I was in Hell in a Cell the week before. I am not ready yet. Kevin Owens then came out then basically saying, you want to call yourself the face of Raw. Who is the face of Raw? Big E, you're a great champion, whatnot. But are you the face of Raw? Rollins is a delusional dumbass. And then, Owens saying, Bianca and Becky said they've been, face of Raw. They got some points right there. But Owens says, where does his face come in and whatnot, okay? And basically talk about the ladder match with him in it last week. and basically he was so great out there, it makes him want to keep fighting. And that's the thing, he just keeps fighting. It's not a slogan, it's what he does, because it says it may be 3 more months or 3 more years. I'm sure the internet is really gonna run with that line, mostly due to Kevin Owens' contract apparently coming up soon. So I'm sure a lot of people are already just figuring out clues to think what he said right there of 3 more months or 3 more years, most likely being his contract. So I'm sure people are gonna go off of that. But Kevin Owens says, I'm going to get some of the fans to remember. And if Rollins doesn't want the match, I want to face Big E. First time ever. I swear it happened on SmackDown, but I guess I'm wrong. But, you know, Rollins says, "Yeah, all right, I want the idea. You guys could do it and whatnot." But Big E basically said, "All right, since we never had the match before, it's on, sucker." So, very good segment and whatnot. So, not bad at all. Basically sets up Kevin Owens and Big E later on in the main event tonight. But Rollins, of course, finding somewhere to be involved one way or another. So we'll get into more of that pretty soon. But not a bad segment though. Queen Zelina and Carmelo are in the back. For some reason, Zelina has a British accent all of a sudden for some reason, since she's the queen. Talking about Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley, talking about her mask and whatnot. They heard that, and they said, y'all want a match? Basically, let's go tonight. So it was Ripley and Nikki Ash versus Vega and Carmella. It's not much I can really say from this match. I'm surprised it went on this long anyways, but um, Vega ended up hitting the code red onto Nikki Ash for the win. So it was kind of one of those whatever things out there, but I guess they still trying to build Zelina into something, so they gave her another win. Chad Gable was talking to Big E, basically talked about, he does what it takes to be the face of Raw, but with my coaching, it could help. Gable basically said, I graduated from Full Sail University with a master's degree and a class valedictorian, okay? So when I take out Finn Balor tonight, you may need my help, it looks like. They had a Veer Mahan. Oh, I guess he has a last name now. It's not Veer anymore, folks. It's Veer Mahan. So he does not have just a first name. He's got a first and a last name. Finn Balor, though, went against Chad Gable. Not a bad little match. Pretty good. It's okay for a little time they had out there. I thought it wasn't bad. Balor ended up getting the inside cradle after the superplex for the win. So Balor, picking up the W right here, but not a bad match with Chad Gable. I actually thought this American Alpha thing may be going somewhere. Doesn't know if it is or not, but at least we've seen a little bit more of American Alpha tonight, so we'll see where that goes. Riddle's on a scooter talking to the dirty dogs and whatnot, talking about dogs and bro and everything. So they did that. Titus O'Neil, I guess he has a school named after him, being a global ambassador of the company. So Titus O'Neil, man, the guy's just a great humanitarian. Let me just say that. So it's always fun to hear great stuff about him. Street Profits went against Ruben Ziggler. RK Bro was on commentary. He had like a remix to the Randy Orton theme song. I felt like almost like with a hip hop beat, but I guess the RK Bro remix. Mostly Orton and Riddle were super over throughout this whole match. The crowd didn't even pay attention to the match. It just paid more attention to Orton and them. But throughout this match, it wasn't bad except for the finish. And I'm sure production had a nightmare right there because I guess it was supposed to be a distraction with almost and everything. But as soon as Ford and Ziggler got in the ring, it's like they missed the whole thing. And then Ziggler hit a super kick and it was over. So I was like, wait a minute. So what's the point of almost coming out there if he already pinned him before he even got there? So what does that tell you? He didn't even make it to the ring all the way. He walks out there and the match is over. And then he slammed Riddle on the bare apron and whatnot as Orton got up and was ready to fight. So, like I said, Orton and Riddle are just super over right now. But I finished up how that whole thing went. Mostly a production nightmare. Damian Priest went against T-Bar. Obviously, they're still trying to keep this light, dark thing with T-Bar going on. But it was a no DQ match. They need to call this guy Donovan Dijak again. But this was not a bad match, though. Priest ended up getting a win. Chokeslam through a table. Then hit him with like a reckoning and whatnot for the win. So Priest picking up more wins than wins. Still running this heaven and hell thing like it's going. But we'll see what happens with that. Apollo Crews came out there with Commander Aziz. Basically said he is next in line for that title. So he's going to lose that title to him. John Morrison still working on his chi. Reginald show up. Of course, the usual suspects of our truth and others start chasing them, and I guess they will come up with a plan. What that plan will be, I have no idea. Um, Becky Lynch then was in the back, said the fans are being fickle. Well, ain't that the truth? But, say, you all like me when I was here, but then I'm gone for a while, and then now you're sick of me and whatnot. And she doesn't care who this next new person is to be in the title picture. Bring him on. Liv Morgan came in as Bianca basically just walked off then after that. But in the main event, we got Big E versus Kevin Owens. I know Seth like he tried to convince Owens later on, so we're gonna see where that gonna go. But not a bad main event. It ended up being Big E and KO, not KO, but yeah, KO basically, I guess, bumping each other's heads. Rollins came in and hit Big E, and after that, I guess Owens tried to take advantage, but Big E ended up rolling him up then after. Kevin Owens had gotten the microphone then and says, no, that's not how it's gonna go. So right, he basically apologized to E, calling Rollins a stupid son of a bitch, and he wants a match with him next week. So who's gonna be laughing now, bitch? Owens actually told Big E, I'm sorry and whatnot. Big E didn't really seem to care. I know what you are. I know what you're going to do. And I guess he put his hands on Big E. I guess he wanted to shake his hand and whatnot. But Big E hit him with the big ending and leave him in the ring as Rollins just basically smiled on. So what does this mean for Big E? I have no idea. Well, not Big E, but I guess KO. I have no idea. Obviously, KO is still needing a feud now with KO is in a few. Big E's still in a few. Either KO or Seth Rollins now. Could KO be turning heel from all this? Maybe. We'll see what happens with that. But we was already heel anyways prior to that. Well, I would say he's already healed anyways. I'm thinking of something else. So I think I got the wrong idea what I was about to say right there. But yeah, KO. Could he be joining Seth Rollins and team up against Big E? I don't know. Big E just taking him out. So we'll see what happens with that. I don't know what's gonna happen, but we'll see what happens with that whole thing. Raw wasn't even that bad tonight. Kind of fell off a little here and there, but it wasn't the worst Raws I've seen. Maybe the first couple of hours, just kind of hour or two, kept interested, giving title matches and whatnot in a segment. So at least they hyped up stuff for the rest of the show, even if it was bad and whatnot. Arcade Bro, super over though. Let me say that after bat too. So not bad. Raw was okay. I thought it was okay. Not the worst thing, but it was okay, alright? But other than that, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodNight890. See you guys later. See you then. Yeah. Check out any review that is uploaded right now. Peace.